Finally, churches and mosques to reopen as federal government lifts ban on religious gathering. The federal government has lifted the ban on religious gatherings across the country. The government had imposed the ban 2 months ago to check the spread of COVID-19. But at the briefing of the Presidential Task Force (PTF) on COVID-19 on Monday, Boss Mustafa, Secretary to the Government of the Federation and Chairman of the PTF, announced that President Muhammadu Buhari had approved the relaxation of the ban for 4 weeks. The PTF submitted its recommendation and the President has approved the following for implementation over the next 4 weeks spanning 2nd to 29th June 2020, subject to review. Cautious advance into the second phase of the national response to COVID-19 application of science and data to guide the targeting of areas of ongoing high transmission of COVID-19 in the country. Mobilization of all resources at state and the local government level to create public awareness on COVID-19 and improve compliance with non-pharmaceutical interventions within communities. Sustenance of key non-pharmaceutical interventions that would apply nationwide and include ban of gatherings of more than 20 people outside of workspace, relaxation of restrictions on places of worship based on guidelines issued by the PTF and protocol agreed by state governments. Thank you for listening to this news. Well, I will say, first of all, a congratulations anyway. But then, in as much as the ban has been lifted and Christians and Muslims are now has been asked to go back to the places of worship, it will still augur well that precautionary motive should still be applied. Okay, so I would say that the opening of worship center without interstate border is not still good, because half of the daily attendants at Winners Chapel, Shongota, are in Lagos State. So it will still augur well if the federal government should still look into the issue of interstate and see what to do about it. A lot of people who traveled before the lockdown are looking forward to come back, but because of the lockdown, they are finding it difficult to be on road or to enter the road, So, it's a federal government order that no one should embark on interstate journey since there is a lockdown. So they won't want to go against the rule of the federal government. But meanwhile, I will say that in as much as the state citizens still are still committed to obey the rules of the federal government, it will still augur well if the federal government can still give them a listening ear by um, by still giving the the uh, the interstate issue a look and see how to lift a ban on that as well. You know, these people have stayed long. I am speaking from experience because I equally have someone that is equally affected. The person has traveled for months now. We're talking about 6 months now. Understand? So since then, he has been finding it difficult to come back home because of this lockdown. Understand? If I'm not mistaken, this lockdown should be going to 3 months now. And to someone that have traveled for that long, it doesn't go well to to uh, to see that person, to still allow the person to remain where he traveled to. At least he's supposed to come back home. You understand? So it's very, very important. I'm saying. So viewers, I plead to you to come up with your opinion, come up with your ideas. We should not. The federal government really need to do something about it. They really need to come into this case. They're just like the ban has just been lifted on the reopening of churches and mosques. Same should equally be done to the interstate. Are we just talking about the traveling of individuals? What about those who are who are uh, who earn their livelihood only uh, only through the interstate transportation? What about them? It means that all this while they have not been doing anything. How do they feed their family? You see. What about the interstate transport? Do we know how much these people have missed and lost within these 3 months? And these people still pay tax for the federal government. The federal government should look into this case as well. I was even expecting the federal government to lift all ban and let the whole place to be opened, instead of opening one today and tomorrow they will still lock the other one. It doesn't go well. Things are not done that way. They're supposed to lift all ban. Understand? So I actually expect the federal government to lift the interstate ban as well, just as they have lift the churches, the reopening of church and mosque. Well, it's a testimony anyway. But meanwhile, the the best is that they're supposed to have done the boats together. Understand? Okay, because even to me, the interstate issue is also one of the factors that is affecting the economy. You understand? That's affecting the economy. It's like seriously, so much affecting the economy. So I was actually expecting the in the federal government to do the same, just like they did for the churches and mosque. So my viewers, I want to say that your voice will be very, very beneficial and useful to this issue. Why don't we borrow our voice and our opinions? Let's raise our voice so that the federal government will see reason why there should be need to lift the interstate ban as well. So, meanwhile, congratulations to the Christians and Muslims for this. So, what's your take on this news? Please don't forget to leave them behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as bell buttons to receive more updates anytime I upload new videos. Thank you.